is not, or we can't be a perfect individual every time. So, but we need to improve day by day. Okay, we can't leave ourselves that we are not perfect and we are keep doing mistakes, but we need to work on that. We need to learn from our mistake. Know your stress triggers. When you are getting stressed, you need to keep a diary and then work on that and accordingly de-stress yourself. Listen your body, listen your mind, because health is about your physical, mental, social. So if you are not meeting your friends, if you are not giving time to your family, that is also not healthy one. So you need to work also, you need to take time for your family, friends, leisure activity as well. So you are the best judge for your life and you only can take the charge of your life. Do regular exercise and meditation. So now I think nobody has excuses for no exercise and no meditation. At least you can start from today these sessions, and then later on if you are interested, we have many more exercise sessions and solutions. Even who are in pain, and so for them also who cannot go to gym, madam I can't go to gym, so for them also we have fitness program, and they also can do weight loss, or they also can work on their fitness with pain also. Healthy and balanced diet we have discussed with Aarti ma'am. Adequate sleep and resting time, flexible job timings, and leaves also. So these are the proper postures while sleeping you need to follow. Then, so for better and healthy sleep habits, you need to first relax yourself. So you can take a proper size of pillow. It should not be too high, because if too high pillow is there, your neck remains like this, and morning you will get the stiffness. If you are not using the pillow, or if you are keeping your shoulders on the pillow, your neck is unsupported. Our lower back and this neck region of the spine should be fully supported when we are sitting or standing or sleeping for at least 8 to 10 hours. So pillow size is important. Your shoulders should be off the pillow. Even when you are lying straight, we can say here, the pillow should be under the knee. But do not keep for long hours. This position is for 5-10 minutes. Then you can turn in the sideline and you can keep pillow between your knees also. Okay? And it should not be too high pillow, or without pillow is also not correct. The mattress should be firm. If it is too soft, it won't give you support, and if it is too hard, like lying on the ground, which is also incorrect, because your spine is not supported, and in the morning you feel stiffness. So basically the morning pain is about stiffness. At that time you can do these stretches. So, and in orthopedic, like any muscular pain, any musculoskeletal pain, if you want to prevent, just stretch your all joints and all muscles throughout the day in a full range, like your shoulders, your neck, your back and knee. So you need to just move your body, you need to stretch your body, then you can be healthy. Then the walking and rest of the body lifting exercise comes. First you need to do this exercise. If you go directly and lift 15 kgs or 100 kgs, you end up with a disc problem, definitely. So it should be guided movements, it should be guided exercise, and step by step. Then only you will do in a correct manner. Okay, so thanks a lot for listening me.
Everyone has enjoyed the session, and it should not be only for today. I hope these are certain smaller things which are readily done. No, it is an easier thing. You're sitting at your desk and stretching your legs is something that's really going to help you prevent osteoarthritis. So I don't see a reason not to do it. So yet let your laziness not become so much that you impact yourself and refrain from doing things which are there in your hand. Right now, if there is some time in your hand and if you're utilizing properly, of course your future is going to be the best. Okay, if there's some time in your hand and you're not utilizing it properly, definitely there's going to be some impact that's going to come in your future which might not be acceptable to you. So definitely it is only you who have to make the change. There is nobody else who is going to come into you and help you to get a better life, help you to get a better health. It is only you who can change yourself, and it is only you who have to change yourselves. So this is what the message that we wanted to give you. Of course, along with these things, we definitely would like to make you aware about the programs. We definitely run a lifestyle management clinic, which again is a team effort by the dietitian, the clinical psychologist, and the physiotherapist also. So here definitely it could be an on-site or in-house program depending upon your requirements. There would be a screening program to assess your health on as regards with your body composition analysis, of course your body chemical parameters like your lipid levels, your sugars to be tested, and depending upon the screening definitely you can have sessions as regards, because now what we have touched, we have just tried to touch a part of it because we had a very little of time which was there dedicated to us. So if we have to deal about your individual health, yes, there has to be some time because things cannot be generalized for all. Everybody's body composition is different, your body work is nature is different, your activities are different. That's why when we have to deal with health, we cannot deal with it on a generalized basis. But definitely sometime or the other we want you people to work upon your health, understand what is your health made up of, understand what is your fat composition, what is your muscle composition, understand what are the type of exercise that you need for your body. And I don't think so, it would need another December 2017 when you realize, now, yes, pura saal chala gaya, abhi next Jan 2018 should be my first health resolution. Let's not waste that much amount of time. Let us work upon your health, because if you're working on your health, only then your body is going to support you for all the achievements that you have planned, and that's what is going to give you happiness, and that's what is going to give you contentment. Yes, so definitely if you really want to work upon all these things, I think whoever are the coordinators can think about these programs. We definitely conduct on-site nutrition programs also, since we've got a beautiful team of Columbia Asia with a good number of experts. So definitely we are definitely into a position to handle all your health issues. Whenever you happen to come to Columbia Asia, we are located at Kharadi. It's a very good organization. I don't want people to fall ill and come to the hospital. Yes, but definitely a health checkup is something at least a year you should be doing it. If you're doing it on a regular basis, that's a really good thing. You start working on it. If you're not doing it, definitely a health checkup is something which is mandatory for all you people. So we definitely have some gift from our side, since it is World Health Day. So Columbia Asia is contributing. You can collect your gifts from us and make it a point to visit our hospital. There are again a very warm staff to welcome you, and if there's any concerns, you can definitely come and meet us up. We can help you manage with the concerns that you have. Apart from that, if you have got certain questions, you can ask us. This 5 minutes question answer session, quick.
Do we have any questions from your end?
What are the things that we can do or we should not do to minimize our belly fat?
See, now whenever we talk about fat, as regards the diet is concerned, there is nothing so known as spot reduction. So if you have to reduce your belly fat, you have to reduce the overall fat. Okay, there are definitely certain, as I told you, the organs which are not active, there is where your fat is deposited. So that's why toning of your muscles with exercise is something that Bala and Shelly can help us with. But as regards your diet is concerned, you have to have overall control over your diet and your calorie intake. So not only your sugars, not only your fat, but your sugars also have to be controlled. You have to lose some amount of it. And regards the exercises, I think Bala, you can help Shelly.
For belly fat, you need to work on your core muscles. So basically 3 components work for that. One is breathing, and one is walking or running, and third is plank positions. And we have a Theravine protocol also. So that you need to go to physiotherapy clinic or somewhere. So at this place, at your workplace, only thing you can do is frequent rounds, walking and breathing. So these 2 things you can do at workplace. and remaining one you can just come to physiotherapy and we'll teach you and you can do.
Suppose I don't come to physiotherapy, is there any particular exercise that you can suggest?
See, this is the, like right now I can teach breathing and walking.
Okay.
Because we required equipments, we required mats. So if you want, if you are interested, then you can arrange one session.
I think I
can
just
come.
want to support his query.
Yeah.
I think you pointed out a very good thing about planking, you know,
Yeah.
which has caught up the world's attention right now.
Yes.
Is it possible to demonstrate, Bala, or plank? No? Because this is a very
See,
small, no? It's-
See, we can demonstrate,
You need a mat
but see, it's not. We know the things,
Okay.
but we need to make you do.
Okay, great. Excellent.
Right,
Why don't you
because
do it?
we
Why don't you
need-
do it? Yeah.
We need to check. And second thing, if someone is having back pain or neck pain,
Yes.
so we need to check their strength. We need to
Okay.
check whether the plank, because planks maybe काफी variations है.
Ji.
So if someone is having pain, then we need to advise them accordingly.
Okay.
So I would like that if you all of you are interested, then we can arrange some other session.
Okay.
So in that we all who are interested, they can come and we'll teach all exercises.
So no worries. I think these guys will then Google and YouTube, you know. Cool, cool. I think that's fine. I think that's a great answer. And thank
But
you very much.
then
Yeah.
a condition is applied. If you get pain from Google, then I'm not responsible.
Oh, that's a good one. Second question, I think on the behalf of everybody, I want to ask you, because sugar has become a bad word these days.
Yes.
It has come into a bad light.
Yes.
So how much sugar should one person have during the day? Yes, of course.
Of course, when we talk about sugar, it depends upon, on an average, if you ask me, it depends upon the medical condition, of course. If there is no sugar imbalance.
For a non-diabetic,
Yeah, for
yeah.
a non-diabetic, on an average, it has to be like 1 to 2 teaspoons of sugar, table sugar that you take. But definitely sugar is also there in other forms, like your fruit juices again is a form of sugar, wherein what I would definitely like to define it is with the glycemic index. The higher the glycemic index foods, with the kind of lifestyle that we have wherein we are more sedentary, we should be having foods that are lower in glycemic index. Because with obesity or with the kind of predisposed conditions that I see, there is some amount of insulin resistance that is an average seen. So that's why just minimize on your sugar content. Now this also includes your sweet dishes. If it is sweet dishes that you're taking on a regular basis, then stop your table sugar at least. So on an average, if you see your diet has to be like 45 to 50%. If your calorie requirements are around 1600 calories. So only 800 calories should be coming from your carbs. So from your carbs, it has to be more of fiber-oriented thing with sugar, maida, bakery items being the minimum part of it.
Great, thank
So
you.
if you're having sugars, then definitely see to it that in the entire day there is no dessert into it. Chocolates is something that is very frequent. You take chocolates, ice cream. So if you're indulging in those things, then stop your table sugar at least.
Good, thanks. Anybody else?
We visit nutrient clubs, they recommend the nutrient powders like protein powders and all. So how do you recommend about that? Like, do we have to take that because we don't get it from our regular
See,
diet?
basically, nutrition supplements, if you see, first thing that would be advised is you eat from diet, because as humans, we are meant to have food, digest it and utilize it. The problem comes when we don't utilize it. Addressing your question as regards to your protein supplements, how much of protein does your body need? It depends upon your ideal body weight. So as I told you, your height in centimeter minus 100 will give you ideal body weight. 1 gram per kg of your ideal body weight is protein requirement. Average Indian males, the protein requirement is around 60 to 65 grams per day. Okay. Out of it, you can definitely manage with diet. Your pulses, your milk, curd, and with your cereals also. If you are not able to manage with the diet, only then comes the role of nutritional supplements. Yes, of course, you are exercising, you are bodybuilding, you are doing a very good physical workout with machines. Yes, you need to replenish. That's the time when you can go in for a higher protein diet. But for a normal individual, I don't see any need for nutritional supplements unless you are intolerant to it. See, sir, there is something that is known as lactose intolerant, wherein you are excluding the entire milk group. Okay. So in these medical conditions which is not allowing you to have that particular food, I don't personally feel that there is an additional need of supplements only by seeing the television. Okay. So it is going to depend specifically for you. It will depend upon what is your lifestyle, what are your dietary predispositions. If you are a hostelite, you cannot manage your food with the food choices. Yes, of course, supplement is something that I'll advise you. Okay. Again, the type of supplement that you take is something that is very important.
Thanks. So how safe are sugar supplements these days? People take sugar free. In fact, even youngsters have started using it in the place of sugar.
See, initially, just to get you off because it is a habit that you have created. So if you are habitual to having sweets frequently, and if you are supposed to have a non-sweet item from tomorrow, it's something that's going to be difficult. So for your transition, definitely you can make use of these substitutes, but whenever these things come into picture, it's definitely elimination that needs to be considered. Whenever there is an artificial substance that is going in your body, the elimination will also be taxed to your kidney and your liver. So not an excess use of all these things and a very frequent use of all those things. So naturally, if you are going to substitute them just to taper down your habits, yes, of course. But later, the next step should be getting yourself habituated to original taste of food, going sugar-free with those things. Or else natural sugar with small quantities, even if you want to lose weight, is something that has to be balanced upon.
Any health concerns in long-term use?
Yes, long-term, it can be impacting, as I told you, since it is detoxification, so more of your kidneys and lungs could be involved into it.
Sure, thanks.
And this question cannot be, it is because the quantity in which you intake is going to have impact on the effects of it. Okay. Of course, the people who are having already a liver disorder or a kidney disorder should not be going for natural or any of these sugar substitutes. And pregnant ladies as well.
Thank you.
Hello. How do we de-accelerate the aging factor in us? Because people have been noticing that we have symptoms of hair graying and alopecia and wrinkles at a very early age.
See, as I told you, very important for you to address what is your dietary intake, your acid-alkaline balance, again your body composition. So if your fat percentages are low, okay, if you compare yourself, if an obese individual and a leaner individual is same age, and you will visibly see the difference. So the more the ideal your body composition is, it will make you feel more younger. And on a day-to-day basis, yes, of course, your antioxidants play a very major role. Okay, so like I told you, your vitamin A, your almonds, walnuts, fish, flax seeds, your fruits, vegetable intake, your B complex nutrients, these are all the nutrients which are required for your antioxidation. So it's going to be a balanced kind of diet that you will have to include. Not only the diet, but again the exercises which are going to play a major role. So you cannot escape that I don't have time and so I'm not exercising. Yes, if you can spare 20 minutes for your serial exercises, I think Shelly will also agree 20 minutes of exercises is enough for your body. Just on that.
Research says that if you work out more than 120 minutes in a week, like 5 days more, like all 7 days, you don't need to do exercise. If you are doing that, then again you are putting your joints into degenerative state. So that will not give you proper fitness. It will increase your aging rather than reducing the aging. So you should work out for 5 days in a week, and in that way also you need to segregate all exercises. Like someday you can do body weight, someday you can just walk and yoga. So basically if you want to work on your aging, then you can go for walking and yoga. Flexibility is your best part.
Okay, I think we have talked about a lot what we should eat, what we should not. But I think there is another part which plays a really important role is Chui. Not talking about good habits and all, but I think eating. So what we do nowadays is we have very like 15 minutes of time. After that we are meeting. We just go to canteen, we eat something, but we do not chew it properly, and that actually creates problems. So I think that is also important. I just wanted to bring to everybody notice that it is very important to chew the food properly.
Basically, just to add to you, I think if you time your timing today for your lunch, I would want you people to do your exercise. It will not take you more than 5 minutes to finish your entire lunch. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so for that 5 minutes, what is impacting your eating is that in a hurried manner. And when do you eat in a hurried manner? When you are stressed. And why are you stressed? Because somewhere the management is not proper. Either time management or your stress management. So it is not, I would say, you try to manage yourself when the problem has occurred. I think we should prepare ourselves well before the time, so that every time you are going to be relaxed, the key is going to be relaxed before you are tired, and start being active before you are too relaxed.
Before you start your day, you need to plan out to-do list, or before the day.
I think we should have Himanshu take the next session maybe. One last question. Yeah.
Hello, Athena.
Hello.
Ma'am, I have two questions for you. First is,
Last two questions.
so what all food you suggest for omega-3 fatty acid except salmon, flaxseed, and walnut? Except three foods, what all food you will suggest for omega-3 fatty acids?
Almonds, walnuts, fish.
Yeah, salmon.
And
Except that, what all food you will suggest?
See, these are the fruits which are commonly available. Okay.
Okay.
So these are the things which on a day-to-day basis which you can include in these diets. Of course, there are omega-3 supplements also. If you cannot manage with these things, then you have omega-3 fatty acid supplements. But then I think getting up in the morning and having a couple of walnuts is something which can be managed. Having flax seeds can be managed. Any which ways, once in 15 days an average non-veg intake is there. You either eat chicken or mutton. Why don't you replace with a fish which is either grilled, baked, roasted?
It's costly. Salmon is.
Just to address your question. So tell me, how many of nowadays you party out? Definitely, don't you? Once you party out, one drink is something which is everybody's say kind of de-stressor. That also costs you something. Okay, if we can afford that, it is not about being costly. I would definitely say somewhere till your health becomes your priority, you will not work on it. And the entire purpose coming here all the way from Columbia, Asia is to get your health into priority. Because you primarily are not able to see and visualize the health effects. We working in a hospital, we understand, we know what is the scenario right now. Getting admitted with the so-and-so person is admitted with a heart attack seems so easy to listen. But then, imagine the situation of the person, the pain, the despair, and the family situation. So, yes, health foods are costly, but not all. Okay? And definitely all sitting here are going to be affordable towards those health food. You have to make your choices. You have to get yourself into priority. Only then you will be able to make the right choices.
I really like it. Second question is, as you spoke about glycemic index, what I practice is I add wheat bran in while making chapati channel to increase the glycemic index.
Absolutely.
Right now, my family is getting bored to chew that hard chapati and roti. So, what all food you suggest to increase the glycemic index?
Glycemic index basically related to, as I told you, the simpler the bond, carbohydrate, there are chemical composition when we talk about carbohydrate, the simpler the bond, the sugar releases faster. So that's why if you see your watermelon juice will have a higher glycemic index, but if you eat a watermelon slice, it's going to be having more fiber. So higher the fiber, the glycemic index is going to be lower. Okay, so that's why we were talking about the fruit vegetable intake. Just a simple habit of eating a nice bowl of vegetable. Pura katori bhar ki sabzi khao. There is a vegetable that is prepared. What do? You throw it away. You eat either increase the chapati or you leave the vegetable. Why to do it? Eat a good quantity of vegetable. It is going to have some amount of fiber. Eat a good cucumbers, tomatoes, radishes, everything that every mom and every wife is going to give you. Okay, what you will do is, ye ghas foos kaun khane wala hai? You just throw it up. Okay, and one fruit, whether you don't stuff it at home, every time I don't see a single road wherein there is no fruit available. A vendor is there, at least one banana is going to be available. What is that? Again, a source of your fiber. Okay, oats are there. If you really want to go in for fancy items, there would be wheat flakes, there would be muesli that is there. And nowadays there are certified things that have come up with the oat thing also. Kosh is something that is called up. If you're not able to manage, if you're not able to powder your oats at home, you can utilize the kosh and prepare it. No need of any kind of fancy thing. A multigrain roti can be prepared. Instead of having only wheat roti, get it pounded by yourself and have multigrains into it. Okay, so these are the various ways in which you can increase the fiber. If it is a cutlet that you are eating, so you can have a baked vegetable cutlet. Again, your Nutella, soya chunks. Just steam them up, and like you prepare some Chinese preparation, just some chili sauce, some garlic added to it, will make a nice snack out of it. You just have to get up in the morning. The problem what happens is you get up late, that's why you don't have time to pack your food even if it is available. And then you land up without thinking your food, so what are you going to eat? Whatever is available to you. And ultimately whatever you eat is not going to be temporary, it is going to have a permanent effect on your body. Okay?
So moral of the story is what
What I understand is I
Rajpal
should increase the fiber level in my diet, right?
Yes, of course, you should balance not only the fiber. See, too much of fiber again is going to lead to a lot of distension. So balancing the fiber, balancing the soluble and insoluble. As I told you, it's very difficult for me to generalize the thing. It is going to be specific. Thanks.
Thanks a lot for your questions. I know there's a lot of content out there in the net, but definitely to put it across in the way that they have done is really commendable. For a wonderful session, to the entire team, Dr. Shaili, Dr. Aarti and Dr. Bala, a big round of applause please. May I request the Managing Director and VP of Sears India to extend a vote of thanks, Mr. Rakesh Chalwar.
I think it was extremely informative, very enjoyable, very nicely delivered. And I think the need of the day is to eat right, exercise right, especially people here who actually sit for long hours and continue to sit. That's what their job is. It's almost occupational hazard actually, And I in fact wanted to ask you guys a couple of things. That these guys use the biggest organ they use is brain, and they don't really use the rest of the body if they are sedentary. So there should be some nutrients, especially for the brain, which these guys should be, having. So that's something maybe you could share. That's one. But it was extremely nicely delivered and very, very informative session. And I just want to leave you guys with one thought. There was all the doctors, I'm sure, have to take this Hippocrates oath. Yes, when they actually start to become a doctor. And Hippocrates is actually a Greek philosopher who was considered the father of the medicine. And his one quotation is always very important. Let food be your medicine, and let medicine be your food. So most of the ailments, as I hear and read, actually come from food, the way we eat, and of course our lifestyle. So thank you very much for delivering great lecture, a lot of information for us. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks a lot for joining in. Thank you to the Bangalore team also. Thanks.